Minister of Information, Culture, and Tourism, thank you for inviting me to the podium at Child William Conference Hall. I bring you greetings from the Liberia Immigration Service, all of us in here and those in the land. I've been asked to talk to you on the LIS since we took over from March all the way now. March, April, May, June, 4 months, July. The Liberia Immigration Service is that statutory agency of government that is charged with the responsibility of providing security for our land, air, and sea. The Liberia Immigration Service is multi-task. In addition to providing security coverage for our land, air, and sea, 443,000 square miles, our airspace, in the Atlantic Ocean, several nautical distance is our capacity. We also a revenue generating entity. The last revenue year we were taxed to raise $4 million. We raised a little more than that. Today we are pleased to share note with you on this. And before I proceed, I want to inform you on behalf of my principal deputy, Dixon Tamba, who is the Deputy Commissioner General for Naturalization. You can see Bishop and Brown here. And then Dr. Somi is the training director for our training academy. Level is our director for the immigration support unit. When we took over the LIS, the first thing we sought to do was to conduct an audit, a system audit, to ensure where we are, where we started from. And that audit revealed that we had inadequate manpower. That audit revealed we have logistical challenge. That audit revealed we have poor infrastructure. The audit revealed that we have some 50 ghost names on our payroll who have been paid, but not working, but not visible. So growing all of that, and the audit was conducted by the RAE and Liberia Immigration Service. When the audit result came to us, we sat down drawing board as Commissioner Generals and Principal Deputies. We also come to realize that the UNDP had also 2 years before we got in, conducted a test for immigration personnel working along with the LIMPA, the Institute for Public Accounting. They conducted the test, and the test result now be made public. When we took over, we showed the results were placed, and those results inform the way, form, and manner in which we make assignment, transfer, and reassign and position men and women allies. Realizing that we have inadequate manpower, and let me take you back, the LIS one of security architecture. Unlike the Liberia National Police, unlike the military, that want to reform. The LIS didn't go through the necessary architectural reform. So, the LIS developed a working plan, and we were sourcing funds, courtesy of our training department. The UNDP came to our aid and started conduct in-service specialized and general recruit training. The last phase of which we held recently in Banga at the Banga Regional Security Hub. We graduated 182 out of 185, two fell by wayside. Do the math, that was a compacted 2 weeks, 24 hours, 20 hours a day training. So if you multiply 20 hours per 14 days, you talk about 280 plus hours. Divide that by the number 8 days, you talk about 35 days. Do the math. It was compacted, back to back. And we're interested to know that the training, we had the best mind providing the necessary training. Courtesy too of one of the Minister of Information, one of your Deputy Minister, avail her services. Honorable Kadiatu D. Kenti. Thank you, Madam Minister. Mr. Minister, she availed her services to train on tourism. The engagement of LIS officer as we enhance tourism. How the Minister talk about tourism? How we trying to bring a dark side to tourism? We are told we have to enhance it. Madam Minister took our time. She drove from here to Banga, the regional hub. Spent hours. Like her, the Liberian, the armed forces in Liberia, Samuel Williams, who took hours providing training to our guys. The DEA, the fire service, all of those within the security architecture and building services. We want to use this podium to thank the minister and all those who went there to provide training. Like I said, with back-to-back combatant. Growing out of such training, we appreciated the United Nations Development Partner UNDP for the opportunity. Because Liberia is in the West African space, that was of some 400 million people, we invited the Sierra Leonean Commissioner General, what they call him Chief Immigration Officer, Honorable MP Alusi Kamen, to serve as our keynote speaker. In such program, he spoke to all primarily on the Equal National Biometric Card, the Equal Brown Card. On that concept, the 400 million people in West Africa should enjoy free movement. And this Equal Biometric National Card should be used by all of us to visit any of the 15 countries in West Africa. His invitation was a milestone achievement. It brought into play that camaraderie, that sister relationship between two Mano River, Makona River countries, Liberia and Sierra Leone. That training produced 483 officers. It is our hope that within this revenue year, we will be able to, now that our RAA revealed to us inadequate manpower, we intend to train between 300 and 500 LIS officers to be able to deploy at our borders, both land, air, and sea. We call on national government, now that the UNDP have played our part, to be able to set aside the minimum amount to be able to train additional 300, 500 LIS officers, to be able to meet our benchmark. When our counterpart were exiting Liberia on mail, they set benchmark for security institutions. The AFL, I speak to it because I chaired the Committee on Defense when I was senator, was said to have been projected to have a manpower strength of about 5 to 6 thousand men and women. The Liberia National Police between 8,000 plus men and women. Based on our population, and the mathematics were done, and the projections were made. Unfortunately though, we have not met the benchmark. The LIS on our own, it's fucking hard to meet the benchmark. After recruiting, after training 183, 85, and 2 fair by the way, 583, we're hoping in the next time to do between 300 and 500. And actually, we hope to be conducted in FOIA, where we have our specialized allies academy. When the RAA conducted the assessment of allies before going to motion, we came to realize that the allies, like many other security institutions, or unlike other security institutions, our men were inadequately paid, which in our mind is a violation of the Decent Work Act. The Decent Work Act called for to commensurate our work with what to do. So on our own volition, we were able to procure a bus to be able to convey allies officers from not necessarily their homes, but from a noticeable junction, so that when bus is flying, it picks you up and takes you to allies. That in our mind enhanced the spirit and rejuvenated the allies. So we developed as our team allies, spirited, rejuvenated, to enhance expert code. And expert code in law enforcement balance is that way in which we conduct ourselves to be our brother keeper. The way I mind your back, the way you mind my back, expert code. Today we see the allies, the men are motivated, the men are rejuvenated, the men are spirited, the men are enhanced. Today, you can see the allies officer. For those of you who were privileged to have attended our graduation, from head to toe, brand new. From head to toe, brand new. We did that out of innovation. We didn't just complain. We took the tax knowing where we were going to. Today I'll speak to you at the Rabat International Airport, our biggest gateway. Unlike the people, the Rabat fee. You have what you call the Migration Information Data Analysis System, MADAS. That Migration Information Data Analysis System is what captures you when you visit this land space to determine who you are, where you come from, your age, and background check. Within an environment where criminality is fluid, and to nip criminality, because it's fluid, you need all your gadgets. Around the Migration Information Data Analysis System is not at the best, it's obsolete. I was an instrument given to the eyes by the IOM, International Organization of Migration. It is our humble appeal that government look into that so that we deploy it, get a new one, since it's going almost 8 to 9 years now, to be able to capture those who will come within our territory. The bad guys will look for the weaker link. So in criminal justice parlance, you have what we call target hauling. If you make your target soft like a piece of cake, anyone can eat it, eh? When you make your target hard, it becomes difficult for anyone to penetrate. The IAA assessment of the LI showed insufficiency or no logistic. Uniform was a challenge. Assessment released to talk about mobility. Contemporary technical gadgets that security architecture in the world. We were challenged. Salary low, morale low. But over the past 4 months, I can speak to this that LI experienced. Thanks to not just I alone as a person, but to me and my principal deputies who were working together, we made allies where it is today. We've also been asked to talk to you on what's taking place. As a result of the UNDP sponsored test that we conducted 2 years ago, that which we published, all of those assignments being made on the allies is being informed by those who pass the test, the ranking, the transfer. The only challenge you got in there is that by now, the allies' ranking system shall be customized and harmonized, and to commensurate with payment. So those who have worked over the years, those who have academic background, they knew how the ranking system and payment commensurate with the ranking system. Attempts are being made by all to ensure that happens. How far the ally is as we speak. During our graduation ceremony, the Senator of Bon County and Chairman of Bon County Legislative Caucus, Senator Prince Kamobori, represented the Senate. Interestingly, he said, when the Liberian Senate was doing a recast of the budget, they discovered $43 million. And they set aside $2 million for the armed forces of Liberia. Commendable. They set aside $1.8 million for the DEA. Commendable. They set aside $1.4 for Minister of Justice. Commendable. Because you know, as Commissioner General of LIS, I'm the Deputy Attorney General of Liberia. So the Minister of Justice is my boss. So if you get $1.4 million, commendable. The Liberia National Police Training Academy, some $2 million set aside for the National Police Training Academy. Commendable. Then when it came to the LIS, guess what the senator said? Because it was public. He said, well, for LIS, we're looking at you with eagle eye because there is this contact global. So we want to know what comes from contact global. And I say this to you, in about 4 months, we close to raising $2 million. LIS, in about 4 months. Senator Besenga Finley called us for revenue hearing sometime last week. On my left hand side was double job.